Yo, what's good? Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. It's your boy Cristo. Back with another video. In your film today.
130 pounds.
Come on. So you tell me you get a straight description of the female, but you can barely get a description of the male. Come on, man. Why is we capping? In their life. Because you wanted to play. You wanted to be petty. You wanted to do that. So I feel like you should be held accountable for your actions.
Physically abused. So I called to protect myself. That's the issue. That's part A. I never had any intentions to get anybody hurt.
We have a Milwaukee woman who prank calls 911, but at the end of the day, it ultimately caused the end of the life of an Atlanta rapper, Young Scooter. Y'all feel me? There's a lot of content and a lot of way more stuff about this, so y'all feel me? This is another video. Y'all feel me? Also in the description, you feel me? I'm gonna be dropping my brand Luxury Vibes Studios, man. So y'all feel me? Y'all go check that out for me, man. Got some hard heat, got some old stuff. Get back on my clothing brand stuff, yeah. I got a clothing brand, y'all. So y'all feel me? Go check that down in the description. Y'all feel me? Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button for more content like this. All right, to it.
There's a reaction for every action. Right. This is part A. You guys didn't have part A. You guys only had part B. And the narrative, it looks like I was trying to set this man up because you guys don't have part B.
To 911 operator 8715. What is the location of your emergency?
The location is 27.
With the transfer. 1 second, ma'am, for 273 William Nye Drive, Southeast.
273 William Nye.
Yeah.
No, it's 273 William. Oh, you said Nye, NYE, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Today we go over the story of a woman who made a false 911 call that led to an Atlanta rapper losing his life. Now, for those who don't know, this story do relate to the Atlanta rapper Young Scooter, him losing his life almost a week ago. And since his demise, the Atlanta Police Department has released a 911 call by a woman who they say fabricated the whole story, which we'll later check out. But most importantly, they also released the exact address, which allowed me to do some more homework to see who owned the house and possibly why Young Scooter was there. And fam, we might get the answer. But fam, we also go over the details on who this suspect is, who some say quite frankly should be charged with murder. Now for those who don't know, the also came out and said,
I ultimately believe they should be charged. Think about it, bro. They sat there first and did a fake call. Fake call for one. Did a fake call for someone else's life in danger. Which ultimately did cost someone their life. Because you wanted to play. You wanted to be petty. You wanted to do that. So I feel like you should be held accountable for your actions. If you ask me. You feel me?
that the phone call to Atlanta police was done by a phone that can only make 911 calls, meaning that the phone was cut off. Well, fam, I did my research on her as well, which we'll later discuss. But let's just say she's not even from Atlanta. And I'm going to say this out the gate.
Come on, bro. This is why y'all got to leave these females alone, bro. They gonna come, bro. You mess with them. They got passes. They got all that different, all that type of mess. They'll come back and set you up. Oh my God, but they'll come back and set you up. They gonna get that lid back. So, brothers, watch out. Be careful, man. For real, for real.
On tax records, this young woman possibly rented this house that we'll later discuss out. She was possibly put out a month later, which is why she possibly lied on what was taking place inside that house, wanting police to be involved. So before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it. Fam, meet Demetria Spence. She 31 years old. She from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. According to tax records, she moved to Decatur, Georgia in 2020. Staying on the 1100 block of Maple Walk Circle in Decatur, Georgia. During her time in Atlanta, she auditioned for Bad Girls Club on Zeus Network. She didn't make it, but during the auditions, she had her fair share of camera time, having an altercation with another contestant. And during that time, she told the audience that her nickname was Demi Blanco.
What's going there? Oh yeah, get that.
2025. Demi was at a house at 273 William Nye Drive in Southeast Atlanta. Now, to give you some brief history about this home, and according to tax records, a man who go by the name of Michael Bailey, who's 66 years old at the time, was paying taxes on his house in 2015 when it was purchased for $90,000. And if that last name Bailey sound familiar, well, that's because that's the same last name as the late rapper Young Scooter, whose real name is Kenneth Edward Rashid Bailey. And at this point, at the bare minimum, we know Young Scooter wasn't at a random person's house. This was a home that belongs to someone in his family. Now, it turns out it was more than one person also associated with that address throughout the years since 2011 when it was first constructed. And I did some more research, and I possibly found out why. This home was turned into a rental, listed for around $2,300 a month, and according to MLS, a renter accepted these terms just this past February in 2025. And it makes you wonder, was Demi the renter? Especially after giving her response since the release of the 911 call knowing she was wanted. But before that response, check out the 911 call.
To 911 operator 8715, what is the location of your emergency?
The location is
27 with the transfer. 1 second, ma'am, for 273 William Nye Drive, Southeast.
273 William Nye?
Yeah.
No, it's 27. It's 273 William. Oh, you said Nye, NYE, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you, DeKalb. Hello, caller.
You're welcome.
Hi.
Do you need police, fire, or EMS?
Actually, both. If you could say both. There was literally a shooting. The house, literally the neighbors next door, the house of the address that I just gave you, the 273. There is literally a whole domestic dispute going on. There's like seven guys that live in this house.
What's your name?
I'm sorry. What is my name?
Okay. Okay. Tell me exactly what happened.
Okay. So I'm the neighborhood watch. And basically, like I said, these guys they're like selling drugs in and out of the house. All you see is guys coming in and out of the house with guns and stuff. They holding guns in the air, and then it's like, I'm not sure if they're pimping, but it's the situation that's going on right now. This girl doesn't have on any clothes. They threw her outside. He was fighting the girl. He literally fought the girl. I'm not sure what they was fighting over. If they was fighting over drugs, that's what it sounded like. It sounded like they were fighting over drugs. And then they started shooting.
Man, but lies.
She had someone come over there, and they started shooting. But the house needs to be investigated. They're definitely doing illegal stuff over there, and it's disturbing the area.
How many shots were fired?
I would say 3. It was 3 shots.
When did it happen?
It's happening now.
Okay.
So I believe the girl is hurt.
And they're coming from 273 William Nye Drive?
Yes. And the girl is hurt because she was like bleeding profusely, like blood everywhere.
Okay. Do you see or hear anything else?
Yeah, she's trying to get away and they're holding her. She's being held hostage. Like she's trying to. They brought her. The guy that was fighting her, she ran outside naked, and then he was fighting her outside. And then there was another commotion. She tried to get away. He dragged her back in the house. So now she's at the door, literally fighting. She's trying to get out. And he's refusing to let her out. And it's like 7 guys in the house.
Dang. Gap.
Okay. Give me one moment.
Like you know so much. Like 7 guys. So you tell me to sit here and watch 7 guys go up in that house? Be real, man.
There's also a child in danger as well because she has a baby.
Come on, bro. We just added.
Okay, you said the female is naked?
Yeah, she's naked and she's bleeding profusely from her head.
Okay. Can you give me a description of the male?
The male is like has like a caramel complexion, low haircut.
Is he black, white, Hispanic, or Asian?
He's black and he drives.
What color shirt and pants do he have on?
Blue, regular blue jeans and like a regular T-shirt. I'm not sure. I didn't really get the. Okay, I'm not sure if it was blue or black.
Okay, dark T-shirt. And what about the female?
She's light skinned and she has black hair. She's probably about 5'3", 130 pounds.
Come on. Come on, bro. For real, man. So you tell me you get a straight description of the female, but you can barely get a description of the male. Come on, man. Why is we capping?
What? Okay.
Man, it's sad, bruh.
And you said she's naked.
That's not funny, bruh. That's not funny.
Okay. Give me one moment. Let me get EMS on the line.
Okay.
Thank you, man. Please, thank you. Get EMS on the phone. Let go. Let's get them on. Pick up the phone, baby. I know you home, baby.
You have reached Grady EMS. Do not hang up. Your call will be answered in the order received.
I know you home, baby. Ooh. Pick up the phone, baby. Yeah. Stupid ass.
You have reached Grady EMS. Do not hang up. Your call will be answered in the order received.
God. Yeah.
You have reached Grady EMS. Do not hang
Hello,
up.
ma'am. Can you tell me what they're doing right now?
Right now they're still battling. She's trying to get out, and the person is refusing to let her get out.
They're fighting? Good googly, boy. But we fight for like a minute.
You have reached Grady EMS. Do not hang up. Your call will...
Alright, bro. Golly, bitch. I feel me, bro. For real, bro. Fighting for a minute, bro. That's a good little tussle right there, bro. Fighting for a minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, bro. That is a hassle, bro. Like, nah, straight. Ooh, boy. Hey, man, y'all need to pick up the phone. I know you're home, baby. Stupid ass.
William Nye Drive, Southeast. Let me give you a little bit about what's going on at this location. There's a male at the location that's fighting a female. She is naked. A shooting. Shots were fired. About 3 shots were fired.
Repeat the address for me.
273 William Nye NYE Drive, Southeast.
Oh, okay. Tell me exactly what happened.
Go ahead, call her and let her know what happened.
Hello.
Well, before I get into that, is this a business house or an apartment?
This is a house, and I think you guys should get here quick because this girl he's really hitting her, and it's a child involved. There is like 7 guys in the house, and they all have guns. You guys need to hurry and get here before she doesn't make it.
Ma'am, we already have help organized for her. What's the phone number you're calling from? Exactly what happened?
There's a situation going on in this house. There's 7 guys that live here, and they're basically, I'm not sure if they're running some type of sex traffic. This individual, she's a 5'2", light-skinned female, black hair. She ran outside naked, bleeding from her face. She tried to get away. She was dragged back into the house, and they're holding her hostage, and then there was a baby involved. So this situation is really serious, and he's punching her. If you guys don't get her, she's going to be really hurt.
Atlanta, what's your operator number?
Space 715.
Yeah.
And you already have PD en route?
PD has been notified and it's being started.
Okay, stand by for
What's
fire.
your operator? You want fire?
Stand by. I'm not sure if the protocol is going to request it.
Okay.
Ma'am, are you with the patient now?
No, I'm a neighborhood watch. I'm just literally a neighborhood watch. I'm not in the house.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah, she's neighborhood watch from a whole
How
nother.
old do you think she is?
She has to be about she looks a little underage, but I don't want to say that. Looks can be deceiving. So she's roughly, I'll say let's just say between 18 and 21. Somewhere between that.
Is she awake?
What do you mean, is she awake? He's beating her bloody.
Conscious?
He's beating her bloody. I'm not. He's dragged her back in the house.
Is she breathing?
Ma'am, he dragged her back in the house.
Okay, I understand that. I'm going to ask you some more questions. I understand you're not able to see what exactly is going on.
You asked her if she would breathe, but he said drag her to the house. There is literally nothing she can do. Bro, I could just only imagine.
Going on now. But just answer the questions to the best of your ability.
Okay.
All right.
Were any weapons involved?
Everyone in the house has weapons.
Okay.
The 7 guys that live there, they're roommates or something like that. I don't know if all 7 live there, but it's typically about the same amount that's there every day.
Okay. Is there any serious bleeding?
She's bleeding from her face, like the whole front of her face. She's bleeding profusely, and then there's a child involved.
Okay. Is she responding normally?
Are you serious, ma'am?
Yes, I'm serious. I need to know for the paramedics if she's completely alert.
Hey, bro. She gonna call 911 and be like, are you seriously asking me these questions? But then you call us to help? We gotta know information to help you, right? Are you serious? Why would you ask me that? Are you serious? That's in help. Stupid ass. Goofy ass. Retarded ass.
How can I assess if she is alert if I just told you they dragged her back in the house?
So like I've asked earlier, just answer to the best of your ability.
She was breathing when she was outside trying to get away.
Hello, caller. If you don't know, you can just say unknown. That'll suffice.
Okay.
Is she having any difficulty breathing?
I don't know.
Thank you for that. Atlanta's not requesting for fire to go out there.
Okay, we do have PD started to this location. 2 officers are en route.
I'm clear on 2 officers en route. Thank you.
All right, Atlanta is disconnecting. All right, thank you, caller.
Okay, ma'am, I'm sending the paramedics to help.
Now, shortly after that 911 call, police had arrived at the home. A man opened the door, noticed it was police, then slammed it closed. Police set up. They noticed 2 men run out the back door. One of them happens to be Kenneth Bailey, a.k.a. Young Scooter. The other man had ended up coming back to the house. According to the police report, as mentioned in the first video, Young Scooter had jumped 2 fences. It was a wooden fence, and authorities had located him on the other side of the fence and saying a serious injury to his leg before transporting him to Grady Hospital, where he unfortunately succumbed to his injuries. But shortly after, Atlanta police realized that the 911 call was a big lie.
If we're being honest, there was a lot of lies, I feel like, because no one knows fully what happened. They say, I don't know yet, I got to do some research, but I was hearing they said that the police boom on them. And I was just saying, shoot, if you jump a fence, I don't know how severely you hurting yourself and you must be jumping a guard fence or something. Like, I don't feel like if you break your leg from, I feel me? Like, I don't, you can't, I'm not saying it's not possible, but it's like, that's very hard. And then there's allegations that it's kind of hard. Put that.
The first being from the 200 block of William Nye Drive in Zone 3. Officers responded to a dispute with a weapon. It was advised in the call remarks that shots were fired and a female was dragged back into the location. Once officers arrived, they knocked on the door. A male opened the door and immediately shut the door on the officers. The officers then established a perimeter. During the process of establishing the perimeter, 2 males fled out of the rear of the house. 1 male returned back into the house. The other male jumped 2 fences as he was fleeing. When officers located him on the other side of the fence, he appeared to have suffered an injury to his leg. Officers rendered aid, and he was transported to Grady Hospital where he was pronounced deceased. That male is going to be a 39-year-old male out of Atlanta. Just to be very clear, the injury that was sustained was not via the officers on scene. It was when the male was fleeing.
Now, when Demi realized she had a warrant for her arrest for lying to police, which led to young Scooter losing her life, people quickly found out who she was and went to her social media. She decided to go live, and this was her response.
There's a reaction for every action. This is part A. You guys didn't have part A. You guys only had part B. And the narrative, it looks like I was trying to set this man up because you guys don't have part B. I'm giving you part B. I'm giving you what led up to the call. I was physically abused, so I called to protect myself. That's the issue. That's part A. I never had any intentions to get anybody hurt. I was the one that was getting hurt.
Okay.
And I came here to say my truth. That's it. That's all. I don't want no clout. I don't want anything. All these troll pages. Y'all don't know me. None of y'all know me at all. At the end of the day, I'm a woman. And I was physically abused multiple times.
Now, fam, it's important to know this.
Hey.
According to Atlanta Police Department, Demi wasn't at the scene. And we don't know truly why she called police. It could have been for someone. She could have been kicked out. But what we do know is that young Scooter ran just to run from the police, not knowing truly why they was there. And last but not least, he wasn't at just a random person's house. The house was associated to someone in his family. Now, on April 1st, 2025, it wasn't April Fool's for Demi because she was booked into Fulton County Jail after a 4-day search. Her arrest came hours after Young Thug had tweeted that young Scooter had allegedly got shot. But according to Atlanta Police Department, the medical examiners say otherwise. It was due to his injury from hitting a wooden fence while jumping over it.
Police say the 911 call that led to the death of rapper Young Scooter was a lie. Police arrested the woman who made that 911 call earlier tonight.
Fox 5's Tom Haynes joins us with the details. Tom, what are we finding out?
Well, startling development considering the context of that call, Courtney and Russ. Atlanta police officers say that they took the 31-year-old Demetria Spence into custody within the last few hours. Investigators now say that 911 call led to the death of 39-year-old rapper Young Scooter. This all started Friday in southeast Atlanta, where investigators say Spence told 911 operators there was something seriously wrong at a home on William Nye Drive. In audio obtained by Fox 5, Spence claims a woman with a child was bleeding and shots were fired.
I think you guys should get here quick because this girl he's really hitting her, and it's a child involved. This girl doesn't have on any clothes. They threw her outside. He was fighting the girl.
Police now say Spence made that call from a 911 only phone, and it was a lie. When officers got to the home, they say the two men ran out the back door. One of those men was rapper Young Scooter, whose real name is Kenneth Bailey. Police say Bailey injured himself jumping over a fence, and today the medical examiner ruled Bailey died from a penetrating injury to his right thigh. They say that his death was accidental. APD has stressed that social media posts claim Bailey...
Dang! He must felt on his leg. Like, I don't know how the fence had to be, because, he must really had to fall on, he must really tore something.
He was shot by officers? Well, that's false. The department has insisted no officers fired their weapons at the scene. Demetria Spence is now charged with transmitting a false public alarm. She's being held in the Fulton County Jail. Meantime, APD has not provided a motive for that call. But in the aftermath of what happened after that call was placed, someone wound up losing their life.
Yeah, a surprising turn of events with this situation. Tom, thanks.
Sure. Thanks.
It's a crazy story. As we head out, send 11 prayers to Young Scooter's family, and especially his kids, man. To know this man lost his life due to a false 911 call is crazy. But fam, knowing what you know, how you feel?
Hey man, RP Young Scooter. To the female who is, hey man, if you is not getting DV and give him on a time, it ain't no point in calling the cops. You got to be with him to give him a moment of time, bro. You can't be doing that, saying all this off of rage, off of past evidence. Come on, man. When you make a call, you got to be evidence there. Wasn't no evidence there, man. You really just put that man's life in for it. And what you say, we don't know it even true. We don't even know. But y'all feel me? Once again, RP. You know, school. That's crazy, man. But you feel me? It's boy CristoReacts.
And I need me to do. If I ain't get paid, I ain't doing the show. Shit, I'm finna.